Welcome back to the Paracordist. Today we're going to be making the thin line bracelets. These are the thin blue line, which police officers are often seen wearing, and the thin red line, which firefighters are often seen wearing. Today we're going to vary up the colors, and we're going to do it with no burns, just like these. And we're going to be using some Army camo. You're going to need about 10.5 feet of this and 11 feet thereabouts. And you're going to need 1 foot of the color you choose to make your center line. I've set up my jig here with gray buckles for this bracelet. And at the bottom, I just do a cow hitch with the overlap on top, and then loop it through the top as normal. This is essentially a Cobra Weave bracelet with a thread down the middle, and the weaving of the thread is where the artwork comes in. So let's get started. So what you're going to do with this bracelet is, after you set up your outer strands for your Cobra Weave, you're going to take that 1 foot piece and weave it through the cow hitch on the bottom with a tab underneath, which you're going to secure underneath the center strand like this. And then you do the same thing up at the top of the bracelet, in this situation, with a tab underneath, and you're going to secure that in. Now I went ahead and tied the first Cobra Weave knot, and that's just to secure everything in place. Now you're ready to start weaving. So at this point, the real trick is getting the over and under pattern going. We have one pass going over the core and the center line. So when we do the next one, we're going to pass the next part of the weave underneath the thin line. And this doesn't have to be too tight, because you're going to need some slack to get everything in there. And then do your regular Cobra Weave. Tighten it up, keep everything centered. And then your next one goes over. And be sure to catch the tab underneath when you do your underpass here. Make sure you loop it under and keep it centered underneath. Now you can see where we're going with this. The next one goes under the center line. And again, make sure you catch that little tab underneath. Keep everything centered. Then do your next pattern and go underneath. Now when you get down to the end, be sure to pick up that tab, the black tab in this case, in your weave underneath the core, continuing the over and under pattern. The way I've done it, the left always goes under the center line and the right goes over it and of course around the whole core. So we'll finish it up by continuing the pattern just as before. So I've weaved it all the way down to the end, and as you can see, it came out just right. This is an 8 3/4 inch bracelet, and I find that to be the ideal length for men, and for women about a 7 1/4 inch bracelet. And that 1/4 inch makes a difference in the way the pattern goes at the end. So I've attached fids to the end of these to finish it off, and then we're going to do the tuck. We're ready to take it off the jig. And you see what we have on the back side. This one, you know, is really clean. You can see the black going into it. There's nothing to detract from its beauty. So on this side, we're gonna take the fid end and go in and tuck it down this way under 3 or 4 strands. Just continuing around from the front of the bracelet. Make sure you don't get your cords mixed up or twisted here. I'm having a little trouble with that. It's going to go in there like that, and the other comes in over its strand here inside from the top. And you're going to go in take it down. Oh, I'm going to take it all the way down here to 3, 4, 5 good strands. Pull it through, and I pull it tight here. As you can see, it's coming together really nicely. You want to cut those off really closely and then kind of work it back so that you don't see any threads hanging, and then you've got yourself a really nice bracelet. Okay, so that's been cut off. As you can see, there's just which end did I start on, which end did I finish on. Got a nice bracelet here. At some point you want to adjust your cord, your center line, and make sure it's well centered. And there you go.